Hey guys, this is Dinosaur Drawer, and yeah, I thought that it might be a good idea to start with a live stream because I haven't uploaded it for quite some time. I'm not sure what this is right here, but yeah, I haven't uploaded for quite some time, so I thought that it might actually be better to uh, do a live stream first. Escalers, hello, and Damien Gazeres. Welcome. Wow, there's actually a lot of people. I didn't really expect that. So because it has been a long time that I've actually tried to draw something, I'm gonna uh, I'm gonna try to draw something from my memory. So let's start with the T-Rex because I really like to draw a T-Rex. So we're gonna start off with his head, and he's gonna be facing us, of course. So just first draw a circle like this, and then maybe we could see part of his neck like this, and then his body would be over here, just a circle for his shoulder areas, and then over here would be his arms would be attached. Then we want to have hit the lower part of his body like this, and maybe one leg coming towards us, maybe a little bit thinner. Something like this. Just really roughly drawing it in. And then the other one actually being more at the back, I think. Something like this maybe. Maybe this one is a little bit too small. Let's not make it too small. Well, hello everyone. Let's make it at the same height as this leg. This one is a little bit too fat actually. Maybe make his tail over here. So this is a design that I actually use quite a lot. I'm still trying to get used to drawing in perspective. Well, not only in perspective, but also in whatever pose that I want to draw it from my head. So we want to, of course, attach his arms over here. Two claws, and this one goes a little bit more like this. Then it kind of goes inward a little bit. It might actually be a little bit too long, but so yeah, I do erase quite a lot, but like I said, it has been a while since I've actually drawn something, so I might erase a little bit more than usual. All right. And now let's focus a little bit on his head. So there's going to be an eyebrow right there. Maybe we could make it face this direction. Something like this. I'm gonna make his mouth closed. I'm not sure if you guys can really see it very well. Oh, wait, there we go. I can actually zoom in a little bit. Try and make it focus. Hello, Diamond Wolfie. Hello, Christian Cemental. So yeah, I'm not... Wait, I can move my camera, by the way. I think this is a little bit better to see for everyone. I'm really sorry, I didn't really pay attention to the fact that you couldn't really see much. So he has a very thick neck. I think it actually looks pretty cool for now. So now I'm just gonna go over it with a little bit more pressure on the pencil to I'm not sure what's wrong with my camera. I mean, it could be the YouTube live stream thing, that it's not really it's not really very sharp, the image. Oh, hi Beanie. I couldn't really see your comment. I'm not sure. Wait, I can turn them on, right? Oh yeah, there we go. All right. Good luck with it. I'm pretty sure that um it will look great when it's finished. All right. So I'm just gonna go over it with a little bit more pressure and maybe adjusting some areas, because it's at some areas there would be more muscle than at other areas. So there's a very big, powerful calf muscle over here as well. I think I think the pose is kind of off because his head is actually facing this direction while this leg is actually facing us. So if you would look at it in the, well, technical ways, it would almost fall over. It wouldn't be really balanced this way. Maybe if I would get his tail on this side. But that won't really, I mean, yeah, I'll just keep his tail here, but let's just remember this, and maybe next time I'll change it to improve, of course. All right. So here's a shoulder muscle over here. And then there's, let's make something like this. And actually, I could get this arm a little bit um, more inward, but I think it's, well, it's probably fine right here. So at this point, I'm not really too sure about where to add detail and where not to add detail. Just really have to get back into it. I mean, it's been a while since I've actually tried to draw something. All right, so he has a very pronounced ridge over here, the T-Rex. Wait, I've been watching Dinosaur Drawer and he's been watching me for many years. Yes, that's true. I actually I was within your first 100 subscribers actually. And I'm pretty sure you were within my first 100 subscribers as well. Yeah, I believe we've been there for quite some time right now. Now I'm gonna add some smaller teeth in front, and then the teeth are going to get bigger and bigger, and then they're slowly starting to get smaller again. All right. And yeah, sorry for those noises. That's my dog. So now I'm gonna add some toenails. I want the toenails on his back foot to be pretty clearly visible, so I'm just kind of exaggerating with the size of it because it's actually more in front than the rest of his foot. Something like this, and then kind of do the same on this one. So what I usually do is I draw the shape of what his the feet of the dinosaur would look like in the position that it's facing us, and then I'll later draw in some lines to actually indicate where the toes would have been, and that way it's easier for me to know where to draw the nails and how big to make them. So he has some padding underneath his toes. And then he has another nail right there. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm not seeing the chat sometimes because I'm actually focusing too much on what's on my paper, um, instead of actually trying to look for the comments. But I'll try to look for it once in a while, but they kind of disappear. So when you're drawing a dinosaur eye, when when his snout is actually facing you, normally, well, actually that's debatable what I'm about to say, but most people think that the dinosaur would have had round eyes like this, but I like to draw them more kind of like this, because I'm not sure why, but I think that's the way that Jurassic Park does it, and I really like the style of Jurassic Park. So when you're drawing a dinosaur eye like this, when it's actually facing you, it will start looking like this. Because his eye is actually rounded, and yeah, you could just imagine actually trying to draw an eye like this, and then actually try to put kind of a circle in it, and that way you can see the three-dimensional shape of the eye, and it makes it easier to draw when it's facing you. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. All right, and I'll just try and make this look like it's actually going further, and then his nostril would be about right here and right there. And normally I would now add a shadow and everything, so well, actually I could still do that. um so yeah, let's say that the light source is actually coming from, yeah, let's say the light source is actually coming from over here. Oh yeah, there he is again. So Just is actually a friend that I know in real life. So those are actually inside jokes. All right. So the light source is actually coming from here, and that means that the shadow will be on this side of the dinosaur. And also, you could also see a little bit of shadow on his head. And a little bit of shadow from his teeth. Over here also, there would also be a little bit of shadow. And this side of his uh, eye carcass would be shadowed as well. And then this side of, there's a little, not sure what it's called, but a little bit of a bump over there. Also have a little bit of shadow. then there would be a lot of shadow over here, because he has a lot of veins and everything, but you can't really see too much of them over there. And then this side would be shadowed. And I think that this actually looks a little bit too fat. This shoulder area. This arm is a little bit too far out, but I think we can work with it. Would be a bit of shadow over there, and also over here. So it's kind of hard to actually, it's hard to imagine where the shadow would be located exactly, because you have to keep in mind that his body isn't just flat. So you need to pay attention to all the muscles and all the bumps and everything that the dinosaur has on it, so that you can give it a more realistic effect. I'm just going back to read the comments right now. What are you using to stream right now? I'm just using the YouTube app, and I just pressed live stream. That's actually all. But I can see that the quality of the video is going to be very bad, because it just won't really focus really good. I always have trouble drawing the eye on my baryonyx drawing. Yeah, there are a couple of aspects that you need to pay real close attention to, and for example, you need to know exactly where his eye is placed. If you have your eye placed, well, at the wrong position, then the whole look of your dinosaur will it will look funny. It won't look correctly. So eyes are actually very important when you're drawing any kind of creature. And of course, yeah, knowing how to draw the eye is also pretty important. But as you can see, um, my drawing isn't very big, and his eye is also going to be very small. So at this point, the complete shape of the eye won't really matter, as long as it actually looks like an eye. That's all right, but you need to have the position right. All right. Are you drawing a T-Rex? Yes, I'm drawing a T-Rex. I can't remember. Do you have a Twitter? No, I don't have a Twitter. I don't really have too much of the social media stuff. All right, so there is gonna be a bit of shadow on this side of his leg. And then there's gonna be a little bit of shadow over here and between the toes on this side. The farther you go down, the more shadow it actually, there's actually gonna be more shadow. There won't be too much over there. And you could actually do this, make it look like um, the the bones of the toes go into his leg, and it projects a little bit of cast shadow over here. Now on the inside of this leg would be shadow over here, and also just a tiny little bit more over here. All right. And then for the knees, just a little bit shadow underneath it, underneath the kneecaps. And there would be a muscle there, so there would be a lot of muscles going on here. I do want to keep just a tiny bit of a highlight so you can still kind of make out the muscle. And there would be a bit more shadow over here. And a lot of shadow underneath his tail. So yeah, what you could do, and at this stage you could try and add a lot more details. And I mean, we have the basics of all the shadows already down on paper, and the basic sketches there as well, so you could go for more detail. For example, in his neck he would have a lot of wrinkles, go down until about there. But you do need to be careful, because I didn't really put the shadows down too dark, and as a result I can't put down the details too dark either. We can make kind of a ridge over here. Maybe make this a little bit more bony. And there would also be a little bit shadow right there. There could be a couple of lines going there, because it looked like the underside of his neck. His throat actually looked a lot more like soft skin and everything. Oh, you think the quality is fine? I'm not sure what you guys are seeing, but what I'm seeing right now in on my on the screen of my phone is that it's not very good quality. Yusiku Blood Moon. Hello. Hello. Don't forget to like the stream. Yeah. Don't forget to like the stream. Sorry. Maybe if you don't like the quality of the video, you could make maybe a time lapse and upload that as a separate video. Yeah, but the fact is that this is not really a drawing that I'm fully committed to. It's just a basic sketch. I'm just sketching, doing a video on how I'm trying to sketch a T-Rex from my head um, to warm up, I guess. We could add some some skills over here. This is actually supposed to be a little bit larger. Yeah, the lighting is kind of messed up right now on his face. This is not supposed to be a lot of shadow on there. Something like that. And he also has some bigger scales on his neck, by the way. Looks like he had a lot of overlapping skin layers and stuff. And I'm just gonna erase this because it wasn't shaped right, and now I kind of adjusted it so that it looks a little bit more realistic. You can see his hip a little bit more clearly, and yeah, it looks like it's more skinny now. It was a little bit too fat, a little bit too muscular. And there's a muscle right here. Alright, and maybe add some skin texture on it, on his leg. Oh, hi the gaming Can't read what it says. Wolf Explorer. um, well, it's kind of hard to remember everyone, but I'm sure that if you say whatever we talked about, I think that I'm able to remember. And what Beanie likes to do is actually drawing some very particular set of scales on his belly, and you would see those scales a lot on turtle bellies. So that's what I'm gonna try to do right now, but I'm not really sure if I'm quite capable of creating the same effect. Since this T-Rex looks to be based on Jurassic Park, perhaps you could add some visible scales running down the legs and toes. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was um, planning to do. Yeah, I like those scales on the belly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I noticed that you use them a lot and they look great. I mean, there's a lot that I could actually still um, that you could still teach me, because I'm not sure why, but every time I try to do those, they turn out like this and they don't really look anything similar to yours. How is this drawing so long? Well, I'm not a really fast drawer, and a lot of you guys might have noticed that. And next to that, I'm not really good at doing multiple things at the same time. So I'm trying to trying to explain what I'm doing um, while I'm doing it, and it takes just a lot longer. You're a really good artist. Well, thank you. I kind of want to do more bird-like dinosaurs, but I always enjoy these skills. Yeah, same goes for me. I think it's a lot a lot easier to draw the skills, but that's just because I've drawn it for a very long time, and I mostly based my uh, artistic side on dinosaurs. So I'm not sure if I would be very good at drawing uh, feathers, for example. I mean, I could I could learn to do it, but it would just take a long time to be successful at it. But I'm sure that you would do it just fine. You have a lot more experience than I have, so you've learned a lot more than me. I'm trying to do a couple of rips over here. Maybe let's get a little bit more detail into his fingers. That looks a little bit better. Not really sure if you can see all the little details because the quality is so bad, but I truly hope that you are able to see most of it. Just gonna create a little bit more shadow underneath his tail. And now let's get some skills into the toes. So I'm just making the first row very big and then just making them smaller as I go further back onto his feet because um, this area is closer to us, so that makes it appear a little bit larger. Now on the second foot as well. And maybe a little bit more detail on this leg. So yeah, I have to erase this area a little bit and over here as well. And I think that this is just a too small area to I mean, the tip of my pencil is too large to actually get some details into his fingers. And let's make his eye look a little bit more pronounced. And I am kind of scared to put a pupil in, so I'm not gonna do it because the tip of my pencil is too large. And it's not really sharpened, so and you could create a little bit of dust. Alright, so I think this sketch is about done. I mean, there's not really too much that I could add without, uh, well, without getting it really detailed and everything, and it would take a lot of time. So I think I'll just read the comments before I'm gonna stop this stream. All right. Hello, Matis. Next time, can you draw a furry, a furry raptor? Um, I could excuse me. I could try because I was planning on doing the new Deinonychus dinosaur from Ark. Um, because Ark just um, released a new map. I mean the game, of course. Ark Survival Evolved released a new map, and it features a new dinosaur, which is the Deinonychus. And I was planning on trying to find the design of the Deinonychus so that I could make a video on it. So if that is okay with you, uh, I think that's gonna be. I'm gonna use that as your request. So yeah, there you go. This is a. Normally this would be a very quick sketch, which would take maybe 10 to 15 minutes. But like I said before, because I'm not very good at doing multiple things at the same time and uh, trying to explain what I'm doing and well, think about what I have to say in English while doing it, it just takes a lot more time for me. Um, Hi, remember me. It's kind of hard to remember every single person that I ever came across on uh, in the comments, but I'll try to remember if you can recall the comment. Nice work, my man. Well, thank you. It's not it's obviously not on your level, but I think I did pretty good. Um, I mean, I think I improved a lot on doing three-dimensional creatures, and this is all completely from my head, so that's actually some. I could say that it's kind of a milestone because I never actually got the head as good as this sketch. It looks a lot like the Jurassic Park T-Rex, in my opinion. A lot better, at least, than all of my other drawings. So yeah, um, for the guys, the people that are actually watching this video from well while it's not live, uh, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you won't miss a single video, and leave a comment about what you think about the video and the drawing in general. So this was Dinosaur Drawer, and goodbye. If I know how to stop this. Yeah, alright. Goodbye.